Hello and welcome back everyone. This is our next video lecture for the chapter number 8 of class 8 mathematics, and this video lecture is about profit and loss. There are a lot of times when businesses incur profit or they incur loss, but what are these profit and loss and how do we find them? Now, prices related to buying and selling. So first of all, we will learn about the cost price and the selling price. So the cost price is actually the price at which an article is made. It is known as its cost price. It is abbreviated as CP. So how do we write cost price? You write cost price as CP. It is, and what is cost price? Cost price is the price at which an article is made. Now what is the selling price? Selling price, or we write it as SP. Now the selling price is the price at which an article is sold. So what is selling price? Selling price is the price at which an article is sold, while cost price CP is the price at which an article is made. So this is what a cost price and selling price means. Next we have the term profit. So next we have profit and loss. So first of all, what is profit? When the selling price of an article is greater than the cost price, then the difference between them is called profit. So when SP is greater than CP, that is when the price at which we sell an article is greater than the price at which we have bought that same article, then we make a profit. The difference, and this difference between this SP and CP gives us the profit when SP, that is selling price, is greater than the cost price. This is very obvious. And when do we incur a loss, or what is loss actually? When the selling price of an article is less than the cost price. So when the price at which we are selling an item is lesser than the price at which we bought the same article, then we face a loss, and the difference between at that time the difference between the cost price and the selling price gives us the loss when SP, that is selling price, is less than the cost price. So this is what profit and loss is about. Now, there are some formulas related to finding profit, profit percent, loss, and loss percent. These are very important formulas, and you have to remember all of these in order to solve questions related to profit, profit percentage or gain percentage, loss, and loss percentage. First formula is profit, and profit is calculated by subtracting cost price from selling price. So profit equals to selling price minus cost price. Profit percentage is equal to profit given divided by cost price into 100. Loss is equal to cost price minus selling price. Why? Because when do we face loss? When cost price is greater than selling price. So we subtract selling price from cost price in order to find our loss. And loss percentage is given by loss dividing by cost price into 100. So for percentage, both profit percent and loss percent, we divide the profit or the loss that we face by cost price and then multiplying by 100. So what are overhead charges? So many a times we hear this also, overhead charges, but what are these charges? Now when an article is bought, if some additional expenses are made, these expenses have to be included in the cost price. And such expenses are known as overhead charges. So what happens that many a times when you buy something, there are some additional expenses that we have to make at that time. And those additional expenses are added to the cost price in order to make the total cost price. And such additional expenses that we have to make are known as overhead charges. Now, these overhead charges may include expenses like amount spent on repairs, labor charges, transportation, etc. So all these charges, like the amount that we spend on the repair of the things, or the labor charges that it takes, or the transportation charges, like many times when you order something online, you have to give shipping charges. So all these extra charges, all these expenses, additional expenses that we make are known as overhead charges. These are some of the examples. When we have to make these additional expenses, in such cases, what will be the cost price? The total cost price CP will be buying price plus these overhead expenses. So this is the cost price in such cases. Now we have an example, example number 5. In this, Sohan bought a second-hand refrigerator for rupees 2,500, then spent rupees 500 on its repair and sold it for rupees 3,300. Find his loss or gain percent. So we are given that the buying price was rupees 2,500. But again he spent some rupees, that is 500 rupees on its repair. So the total cost price here given to us is 2,500 plus 500 because these are the overhead charges. So we will be adding, the total is 3,000 rupees. This is our cost price. And the selling price is given to be, the selling price is given as rupees 3,300. In this case, we can easily see that selling price is greater than cost price. What happens when selling price is greater than cost price? We know that when selling price is greater than cost price, then we make a profit. So here he is actually gaining something, and we actually need to find his gain percent now. So the gain percent, so how much is the profit? First of all, profit means SP minus CP. SP minus CP, that is 3,300 minus 3,000, that is rupees 300. So his profit is 300. Now profit percent or gain percent will be, I'll write profit percent, same as the gain percent. It will be profit upon cost price. So how much was the cost price? 3,000 into 100. 3 and these are 3 and this is, so 10%. So his profit percent or gain percent is 10%. This was very easy to find. First of all, we were given some overhead expenses, so we added it to the buying price in order to find the cost price. Then selling price was given. We saw that selling price was greater than cost price. That means he is having a profit and profit of rupees 300. Therefore, we finally found out the gain percent. Now we need to try these. Find the selling price if a profit of 5% is made on. There are some 3 parts given to us. We need to find the selling price in each of these parts, and we are given a profit percent, that is 5%. First of all, a cycle of rupees 700 with rupees 50 as overhead charges. Therefore, in first case, in part A, our cost price will be 700 plus the overhead charges, that is 50. Therefore, 750 is the cost price. We are given the profit percent and we need to find the selling percent. So the profit percent is given to be 5%. Therefore, our profit will be how much? The profit that the person is having is 5 upon 100 of the cost price, 750. This is the profit that he is having. 75 by 2. This is his profit. This is how much his profit is. Now we need to find the selling price. So selling price will be just like profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. Therefore, our selling price will be cost price plus the profit. And in this case, it will be cost price, that is 750, plus the profit, that is 75 by 2. And on solving this, what do we get? We get, solve this, 1500 plus 75, that is equal to, I'll write it here, this is equal to 1575 by 2, and when you divide it, you will get 787.5. So this is the selling price, the price at which he sold that cycle. This is 787.5 and he was having a profit of 5%. It was given to us. This was the total cost price and we found out the selling price for the same. Now these two parts are also going to be just as same as I did in this way. These two parts will be, you will be doing these two parts on your own. I will just tell you how these two are going to be solved? See, in part B, what are we given? A lawnmower bought at this much rupees, 1150, with 50 rupees as transportation charges. So in this case, our total cost price will be equal to 1150 plus 50 rupees. This will be our cost price. We are given profit percent as 5%. We need to find the selling percent. The same formula that we used here, that is this cost price that you found out plus the profit percent that was given to us into the cost price. This is the formula that you have to use in B part as well and in C part as well. In this, the cost price will be 560 plus 40, that is total 600. In this, 1200. First one I have done it for you. In this it was 750 the cost price, and finally we found out the selling price that came to be 787.5. So these two parts you have to do. I have told you the formula and I have told you the cost price as well. These will be done with the same steps as I used here. So you can use hints from here and solve these. What is the next topic? Okay, next again we have an example. Now this is example number 6 and it is a little bit different. Now what happens here is the shopkeeper purchased 200 bulbs. So total bulbs that the shopkeeper purchased were 200 for rupees 10 each. However, 5 bulbs were fused and had to be thrown away. The remaining bulbs were sold at rupees 12 each. So find his gain or the loss percent. Now the selling price will be, no, first of all, the shopkeeper purchased. Okay, shopkeeper is purchasing something, so I'll write first of all the cost price. Now what is the cost price? 200 bulbs for 10 rupees each. So total cost price will be 200 into 10, that is 2000 rupees. So 2000 rupees was the total cost price for these 200 bulbs, because one bulb was 10 rupees. Therefore 200 bulbs will be for 2000 rupees. 5 bulbs were fused and had to be thrown away. So now the bulbs left are 95. The remaining, that is 95 bulbs, were sold at rupees 12 each. So selling price is 12 for each bulb, and total bulbs are 5 minus 5 subtracted from 200, that is 195. 195 into 12, this is our selling price. Solve it. And you will solve it, you will get this is 2340. So our cost price is 2000, selling price is 2340. You can easily see that selling price is greater than cost price. That is, the shopkeeper is making some profit because selling price is greater than cost price. What is that profit? That profit is 2340 minus 2000, that is 340 rupees. At last, we need to find the gain percent. He is not having any loss, so not loss percent, but gain percent. So gain percent or profit percent will be, use the formula, profit upon the cost price into 100. So his profit percent or gain percent will be the profit he is having divided by total cost price, that is 2000 into 100. On solving this, you will get 17. So 17% is the gain percent that he made. This is how you need to solve this question. Next example is example number 7. What happens in this one? Meenu bought 2 fans for rupees 1200 each. So 2 fans for 1200 each. She sold one at a loss of 5% and the other at a profit of 10%. Find the selling price of each. Also find the total profit or loss. Now, first of all, we are given that Meenu is buying 2 fans and both fans are of rupees 1200 each. She is selling one fan at a loss of 5%, other at a profit of 10%. We need to find the selling price. First of all, first part is find the selling price and finally then find the profit or the loss made by her. Okay, so 1200 given the cost price of one fan. Now, in first case, she is having a loss of 5%. That means if the cost price is 100, right? If the cost price is 100, selling price is 95. because she is having 5% loss. So that is, if what does 5% loss means? I have written this in general form. This actually means that if cost price is 100, selling price is 95. Therefore, if cost price is 1200, how much will be the selling price? Selling price will be 95 upon 100 into 1200. The unitary method. Multiplying, what will you get? 1140. So rupees 1140. This is the selling price. First selling price, right? The first fan. Selling price for the first fan is rupees 1140. But she was having loss of 5%. She actually bought it at rupees 1200 but sold it at rupees 1140. Now in the second case, what does this second case generally mean? Now she is having a profit of 10%. This means now she is having a profit of 10%. This means when cost price is 100, selling price will be 110 because she is having a profit of 10%. That means when cost price is 1200, because the cost price for the other fan is also 1200, her selling price will be, use the unitary method, 110 by 100 into 1200. This is to 11. Do it in your rough work. 1320 rupees. So in the second case, since she is having a profit, the selling price for the second fan in which she is having a profit of 10% is 1320. She bought that second fan for rupees 1200, but she sold it at rupees 1320. So this is her selling price at that time. Now at last, this is the first part. First part is done. We have found out the selling price of both of the fans. Now we need to find the total profit or loss. Now the total cost price, first of all, total cost price for both of the fans will be 1200 plus 1200. Two fans have the same cost price. 2400 is the total cost price. What is the total selling price? Total selling price is 1140 plus 1320. 1140 plus 1320. This is 2460. So here again you can see that selling price is greater than, selling price is greater than cost price. That is, again, this person is having profit. Profit is 2460 minus 2400, that is rupees 60. So what is her profit? She is having a profit of rupees 60. How much is her total profit? Rupees 60. This is the total profit made by her. So this was very simple, generally writing this statement. What does loss of 5%, what does profit of 10% means, and using the unitary method to find the selling price for both of these. Total cost price, total selling price. We saw that the total selling price was greater than total cost price. That means she is having a profit, and profit is selling price minus cost price. Now we need to try this. A shopkeeper bought two TV sets at rupees 10,000 each. He sold one at a profit of 10%, the other at a loss of 10%. Find whether he made an overall profit or loss. Just the same as the previous example. Just the same. Again, we are given he sold one TV set for 10% profit. That means if CP, cost price, is 100, selling price is how much? 110. 10% profit, because it was 10% profit, therefore this. Now when the cost price is 10,000, cost price is 10,000, the selling price will be 110 upon 10 upon 100, 110 upon 100 into 10,000. This is 11,000, 11,000 rupees. So this shopkeeper sold one of the TV sets for a profit of 10%. Therefore, the selling price for such TV set came to be 11,000 rupees. He bought it at 10,000, he sold it at 11,000. Now, in the second case, what are we given? A loss of 10%. That means that if the cost price was 100, selling price will be 90. But when cost price is given to be 10,000, what will be our selling price? It will be 90 divided by 100 into 10,000. This is, and you're getting 9,000 rupees. So in the second case, the shopkeeper sold the TV set for, the selling price for the second set is 9,000 rupees. He bought it for 10,000, he sold it for 9,000. He was having 10% loss at this time. Now, what is the total? Again, just the same steps like the previous example. Total cost price is 10,000 plus 10,000, 20,000. While total selling price is this 11,000 plus 9,000. That is again 20,000. So, what is his total profit or loss? He is neither having any profit nor having any loss. He got those two sets for 20,000. He sold those for 20,000. So, he neither made any loss, any profit, or he did not even face any loss. This is how we solved it, just like the previous example. Next up, we have sales tax or value added tax or goods and services tax. So what is this? First of all, what is our sales tax or ST? It is charged by the government on the sale of an item. So a sales tax is a tax or an amount that is charged by the government on the sale of an item. This is always on the selling price of an item and it is added to the value of the bill. This is what we are given about sales tax. Sales tax is actually an amount that is charged by a government on the sale of an item, and this is always on the selling price of the item. And this sales tax is added to the value of the bill at last. There's another type of tax that is given to us. Now, this tax is value added tax. That is VAT, value added tax. So what is this value added tax? Value added tax is another type of tax which is included in the prices. So this value added tax, unlike the sales tax, this is not added to the value of the bill at last, but it is actually a tax that is included in the price. It is already included in the price. Such a tax is known as value added tax. This one was sales tax. We have some examples. Finding sales tax. The cost of a pair of roller skates at a shop was rupees 450. The sales tax charge was 5%. Find the bill amount. We know that the sales tax will be added at the last to the total cost price, right, in the bill. So what is given? That the sales tax charge was 5% and the cost price is given to be 450. Sales tax charge was 5%. That is, at last the bill will be how much? Sales tax, just a second, I'll write it stepwise. So first of all, sales tax percentage is given, right? Sales tax percentage was given 5%, therefore sales tax will be 5% of this cost price. On solving this, you will get, so sales tax is 22.5 rupees. Sales tax was 22.5 rupees. How did we find it? Just like the profit percent or any other discount percent. 5% was given the sales tax. 5 upon 100 or 450, the total cost price gave us the sales tax. This is 22.5. Find the bill amount. So finally the bill amount will be how much? Because the sales tax is added at the last to the bill. So to 450 we will add this 22.5 and this gives us how much? This gives us 472.5. You can do it in the rough work. 450, you have to add 22.5. This is nothing but 472.5. So this is your final bill amount, 472.5 rupees. Sales tax was added. Next up we have value added tax. So the first one was sales tax. Now we have value added tax. Wahida bought an air cooler for rupees 3,300 including a tax of 10%. Find the price of the air cooler before VAT was added. So the previous one was for the sales tax. Now value added tax, we know that value added tax is the tax that is already included in the price. So we are given that Wahida bought an air cooler and AC for 3,300 and it included a tax of 10% already. We need to find the price of that air cooler before VAT was added. So what does this mean? That this price, I'll be writing this statement generally, that this price 3,300 included a tax of 10%. This means that, what does this mean? That when 110, when price, just a second. This means that when the price including VAT is 110, original price is how much? 100. This is this 10 in price including a tax of 10% means, like VAT of 10% means that the price including, when the price including VAT, value added tax, is 110, at that time the original price is 100. So when the price including VAT is given to be 3,300, what will be the original price? Original price will be, use the unitary method, 100 divided by 110 into 3,300. This will be, just a second, this is 3,300. You will get it 130 and this is 3,000 rupees. So this is the price of the air cooler before VAT was added. This is how much? This is 3,300 rupees. 3,000 rupees. 3,300 was the price that already includes a tax of 10%, that already includes the VAT, value added tax, that was 10%. So how did we solve it? We used the unitary method. First of all, we wrote that the price, when the price that already includes VAT is 110, the original price at that time is 100. So the price that already includes VAT given to be 3,300, at that time the original price will be 100 divided by 110 using the unitary method into 3,300. And we got rupees 3,000. This is the original price that does not include the VAT. Now another is, just like the previous one, Salim bought an article for 784 rupees which included GST of 12%. Now in the previous example, VAT was already included. In this example, GST of 12% is already included in this amount. What is the price of the article before GST was added? Just like the previous example, same steps. Now when price including GST, what does this mean? Price including GST is 112. When the price including GST is 112, at that time original price is 100, right? GST of 12%. So when this means that when price that includes GST is 112, at that time the original price will be 100. Now it's given that the price that already includes GST is rupees 784. At that time the original price will be, use the unitary method again, 100 divided by 112 into 784. What do you get? On solving this, you are getting, see, 2 dividing by 2. Again, you can divide it by 2. Just a second, 2. Now we have, you can divide it by 4. 4 sevens are 28. 4 fours are 16. 36 nines are 36. 7 ones are 7s are. So this gives us 700. So the original price, we have found out the original price or the price that or the price of that article before GST was added comes to be rupees 700. 784 already included a GST of 12%, so the amount before GST was added is 700 rupees. Now we have the 2 times a number. This is a very different example other than the previous example. This is a different one. Now in this example, it's given that 2 times a number is 100% increase in the number. If we take half the number, what would be the decrease in percent? Now in this, we need to find the increase in percentage or decrease in percentage, right? So this is given that just say that the original number, just let original number equals to 100. Now 2 times this number will be new number is 2 times this number, that is 200. Now increased percentage, how do you find the increased percentage? Increase. How do you find it? The formula for finding the percentage increase or decrease in percentage, right? Increase in percentage or decrease in percentage, the formula for such is the mode of new number minus original, like the difference that is having in those two numbers, new number and the original number, divided by the original number into 100. This is the formula that we use. This is the formula that we apply for the increase in percent or decrease in percent. Difference divided by the original number, the number with respect to which we are talking, into 100. So for this time, it is 200 minus 100 upon 100 into 100. Therefore, it is an 100% increase, and that is what was given in the first part. This is, I have told you how we solved it, how this 100% increase came by using this example. I told you how it came by using this example, original number being 100. This is the formula. For increase also and decrease also, right? This is the formula for increase as well as decrease, both. Now I'm erasing this because what we finally need to find, at last we need to find that if we take half the number, original number is 100, let the original number be 100, what if we half it, make it half? New number is 50, half of 100. So now the new number is 50, we need to find the decrease in percentage. It will be new number minus original number upon original number into 100. Mode of this thing, because percentage is always positive, but the minus sign or the plus sign, it indicates whether it is the increase in percentage. When there is a plus sign in the percentage, it means there is an increase in the percentage, or minus percentage means there is a decrease. So I'll take the mode. It is 50 minus 100, again 50. This is 50%. So 50%, but if I had not taken this mode, it will be minus 50. That means there is a decrease in the percent. How much is that decrease? It is 50%. So you need to remember this formula as well. When there is some difference, there we need to find some increase in percent or decrease in percent. Okay, right. Next one is, by what percentage is 2000 rupees less than 2400? And then the second part for the same question is it the same as the percentage by which 2400 is more than 2000? For the first part, right? What percentage 2000 is less than 2400? You have to use the same formula that I told you here, this formula. So, how much is that percent? It will be 2400 minus 2000 divided by the original number 2400. Because we are taking it with respect to this, with respect to the percentage, with respect to which number? 2400. So in the denominator we'll write 2400 into 100 for percentage. This is 400 divided by 2400 into 100. That is this thing, right? It will be 100 divided by That is 250. That will be 16.666%. So this is 16.66%. So by 16.66%, this number 2000 is less than 16.66% of this number, right? In the second part, we are asked, is it the same as the percentage by which 2400 is more than 2000? So in the second part, we will be taking percentage with respect to which number? 2000, because here we have that is this number more, how much percentage more than this number. So we are taking 2000 with respect, the percentage with respect to rupees 2000. So 2000 will be in the denominator this time. So in the second case, in the second part, how much will be the percentage? Original number. That is, you can either subtract 2000 from 2400 or 2400 from 2000. That does not make any difference, because we'll be taking at the end, we'll be taking the mode. So I'll write 2400 minus 2000 divided by, now this time in the denominator it will be 2000, because we are taking percentage with respect to 2000 in this case, unlike this, into 100. That is 400 upon 2000 into 100, which is again 20. Now this is 20. In the previous part is what? 16.66%. In this part it is 20%. So we can say that this is not the same as the percentage by which this number is more than this. This is how we find it out. This was all about this video lecture. So next video lecture we will be talking about simple interest as well as compound interest. And we'll write this, first of all we'll write some formulas, how to find these interests, and then we'll do some examples related to those formulas. Thank you.